So, back to you. Give me your opinion. Have you noticed, I wouldn't say since you've been in this lifestyle, but have you recognized prostitution in the gay lifestyle?
Yes. There wasn't that much to recognize in Fresno, where I'm from, because the gay community, I don't know how it is now, but when I was out there, the gay community wasn't really that big, or maybe it was. I wasn't really in it, but I didn't see a really big gay community. Trans community was non-existent. So prostitution was more of biological women's work out there. Mm-hmm. So, but when I came out here, prostitution was just everywhere. And
it was the norm.
Yes, it was everywhere. Everyone was doing it. People were talking about it like they were working their regular 9 to 5, just clocked off. And I was just like, wait, what? I was just like, did she really just say that? Or did he really just say that on a bus full of people? Like, it's no big deal. Like, they just came back from the grocery store picking up groceries. And I was just like, it was just so a normal thing out here. And I was just like, wow. So I've noticed that a lot since I've been out here.
And I know we talked about it before. People are surprised that you have a regular job.
Yes.
Because I know personally, see, this is why I wanted to talk to you, especially because people have all these misconceptions of, of transgender, right? So, I mean, because when you think of transsexuals, how people would say they think of prostitution, it just kind of goes hand in hand. It's like, well, why would you want to dress like a woman unless you're trying to make some money? And, I mean, that's how people put it together. People don't analyze things until, they meet somebody, be open-minded, and be receptive, and be like, okay, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But people put, transgender and prostitution hand in hand. It's like...
Yes, unfortunately, they do put transgender and prostitution hand in hand, just like they put food stamps and black people with hand in hand. And
but who got the most food stamps? White people, right?
Yeah, it's white people.
Like,
so
millions.
But when you say food stamps, or you say, oh, you so ratchet, or you so hood, they automatically think of a black person or a person of color.
Right.
They don't think of a white person.
That's
so, but yes, when someone says transsexual or transgender or whatever the little umbrella term you want to use, they automatically think, especially when you say transsexual. Like, it's automatically, oh, you're a prostitute.
Is T-girl the same thing? Is that like...
Yeah, T-girl, trans.
But you find those things offensive.
I find, the word that is absolutely disgusting and offensive is tranny.
Okay.
And people don't understand because so many people are focused on gay rights and gay issues, and they automatically think that trans and gay rights and gay issues are all in the same lane, and they're not. We're having our two different struggles. We have our two different problems that we're dealing with. And yes, the community is supposed to be all in one, but there's even fighting within the community. But calling me a tranny is just like calling me the N-word. They're both very offensive to me. And
you don't like being called the N-word?
I don't. Surprisingly, I don't. Some people might, but I find the N-word disgusting.
Nigga, please. But anyway, I just... But how could you put tranny and nigga? Like,
because there are, believe it or not, there are some people of color who don't like the N-word. The N-word, if you remember, was made from hate, and it was made to degrade a whole race, to put us down, make us lower than shit,
but
make us
not only
lower than monkeys.
White people can be niggas too, because
No. That word was made up just for black people.
Oh, really?
From white people. You don't know your history?
I mean, I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm just saying it for the audience. So, my people...
Well, I could be wrong, audience, and if I'm wrong, please comment and let me know. But from what I heard in the history books and I know, the N-word was made up from white people to degrade black people. Right. And if I'm wrong, please correct me and let me know and let him know.
Correct us.
But as far as I know... The N-word, when people use it, they use it towards black people. I've never heard a white person call another white person, you fucking nigger.
Really?
Yes, I don't know where you're from, but I've never heard a white person call another white person the N-word.
Have you any other race called?
I actually, let me take that back. I do hear other races saying it to each other, but they're not saying it in the degrading way.
Okay, but black people don't say it to other black people in a degrading way.
You know what? Let me finish this statement about this word.
Okay.
That word was made up for pure hatred to degrade a whole race. And you can change the couple last spellings on the end and say it in another way. But even when you say nigga, like, does that sound like a word doesn't sound like a word I personally want to be called. Nigger or nigga. Those aren't two words that I ever want to be called. And it doesn't sound like something I want to teach my kids. Oh, go get your little nigga friend. Like, no, what is wrong with people? That word is so disgusting. And you cannot take back that word and change the power behind it and change the meaning behind it just because you want to change the last couple letters of it. And then not only are black people saying it to each other, but white people are saying it to each other, Latino people saying it to each other, Asian people are saying it to each other. I was at my job. And this white couple were talking. I think the male might have been Latino and the girl may have been white. And he was talking and he dropped it and he was in my line and I just looked at him. And then he just gave me one of those, oh, shit. Well, maybe I should watch Sam. And I looked at him and I was just like, did he really just say that word in front of me? Like,
he just said it loosely, like.
Yeah, he was talking to this girl and he was like, yeah. And me and him was talking. I told that nigga, and I was just like. And it just got very awkward because for me personally, I don't think that it's cool to say it. And you have all these rappers and entertainers who are coming out with these songs that the N-word is in there more than 50 times. And it's just like, us as people, we're never going to get rid of that word if we don't stop using it. And the word comes from hate. So there's no way that you can spin it. Right. Because you will never catch the president dropping the N-word in any of his speeches. Like, it's not a good word. So personally, that's what I feel. So calling me a tranny, that word... Tranny, it comes from hate as well. It is made to degrade someone because when my friends see me, they don't say, hey, what's up, tranny? Like, I never want to be called that word. It doesn't sound like a good word even when you're saying it. Right. Even when sometimes I'm out on the street, and especially when I first started my transition, and people be like, oh, hey, is that a tranny? And it's just like, it like cuts me. And when you hear the word tranny on TV or in radios or on television or movies and stuff, it's always made to be the butt of the joke. Right. It's never nothing serious. We're always made to be the butt of the joke, made to be the prostitutes, the drug addicts, the HIV spreaders, the STD spreaders, and that word tranny is always followed by something negative.
Right. So you basically can't take something that bad, especially, and make it good in any way.
You can't. Okay. It's like how people are trying to take the word bitch. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know where it originally came from or what it was meant for, but personally for me, I mean, isn't it like a female dog? Right. Bitch. Personally for me... So you don't have no gay friends or any friends that use that word like in a good way? What's going on here? It's still recording?
No, because it have no action. But is there a good way to use that word?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I catch myself saying bitch.
So you must not curse at all, then. It ain't a lot of curse words left.
I don't curse that much unless I'm really mad. When I'm mad and I just can't think of something to say, or I'm trying to keep myself from saying the nastiest thing that I want to say to that person, I will cuss at them instead of saying what's really on my mind and starting a whole bunch of mess. Like, I would just say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Like, I would just rather say that instead of saying da-da-da-da-da, and it just opens up a whole big can of worms. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't think you could take the word bitch and make it for something good, even though if you put a bad in front of it, it's cool. But if your nigga call you a bitch, then it's fucked up. But I mean, but it's cool if you put bad in front of it, right? No.
I can dig that. So you want kids?
I do want kids.
All right. How many kids you want?
I want 4. I want 2 of my own biologically, and then I want to adopt 2 GLBT kids.
What the? Who?
I want to adopt 2 kids that are either gay, well, they're not going to be bisexual that early on, but they're going to be either gay, lesbian, or transgender. Why can't they just be regular,
straight kids?
Because
that's interesting that you said it, because I've never seen a trans.
Well, I definitely
transgender have. I mean, you want to be married or? No,
I just want to go out
and grab 4 kids. People that have kids like that, adopted kids.
I do know some trans people that have kids and that adopted kids and have their own biological children. And of course, I want my own biological kids because I want to be able to look at them and be like, oh damn, you look just like your grandpa or your grandma or your auntie or your uncle and stuff like that. So I want that, and I want to look at them and see my little eyes on them and hope they don't have my little smart mouth, and just like look at them and be like, that's my baby. But I also want to save to GLBT kids, because a lot of the times when people find out that they are gay or are different, they will beat them, they will sexually assault them,
so
and
what
they
age
will
you
just...
talking about? Adopted?
I don't know. I want to have my kids all around the same age area. Like, I don't want to have newborn and then go out and get like a freaking 12-year-old. Like that. I want them to be able to go to school together and grow up together. So I don't know what age.
So how you gonna have biological children?
Well, I clearly can't push them out, but there are ways to have biological children.
So you're gonna have sex with a female, like actual penetrate a female? Have you ever had sex with a female?
First of all, that's just nasty. No. No.
Having sex with a female is nasty?
To me, it is. To me, personally.
Always? You never had a desire? You say, maybe
I
one day.
I had some girls in school who I were friends with, and I actually had some girlfriends. That was the best. But I had some girls in school who were my friends, and I ended up getting a crush on them and stuff. And I possibly would have dated them. I did have some girlfriends in school, and I just dated them just to date them.
So
I got
even though you was feminine, you still had girlfriends?
No. Okay, let me tell you something. I was feminine growing up, but after getting my ass whooped so many times and getting picked on, like, the feminine part kind of got hidden a little bit. And when I was with my girlfriends, I was able to, like, be myself. But, like, I had just been through a lot of shit growing up, so I was just, like, so quiet, and I kept everything to myself. When I was around my friends, I was able to loosen up and be myself more. But when I was at school and around people I didn't know, I was just, like, I was very quiet and shy into myself. So the feminine, they didn't really get to see the feminine that much, unless they can see them and walk, which they probably could.
But they still liked you, I guess.
Who? Oh, actually, yeah, I don't know what those girls were thinking, because...
So they sincerely liked you, though, right? Y'all was...
They did. And one of them kept trying to get me to make out with her and go to her place, and I think she probably wanted to have sex. And
how old were you? Like, what?
I was in middle school when I had my...
People was having sex in middle school?
They were.
In Fresno?
In Fresno.
How big is Fresno? Is it a big city? How far is it away from here?
Fresno's like a little corn chip. I don't know. It's like... I'm sorry, Fresno friends, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Fresno is like maybe 4-5 hours away from here.
Really?
It's over there by Sacramento.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't know that. So it's like in between, like LA, Fresno, then Sacramento.
Sacramento is like a couple hours away, so they're like on that little area together.
Oh, I didn't know that. I really had no idea it was that far away. What else do we want to talk about? Did you say you had any traumatic experiences? Like, when I say traumatic, I mean like drama. Like you had to fight for your life type thing.
I did get
like group of men, like as an adult, probably like or older. Like you knew what was going on, what they were trying to do, attack you, beat you up, throw you away, cut you up, something like that.
No. I mean, I've been in fights, but I haven't been in anything like that where a group of guys tried to get me together, like tried to hurt me. And I'm lucky because there are transgender women out there, and there are some recently in New York who a group of guys were trying to get at them, and then they noticed they were transgender and they beat them, and one of them ended up dying.
Do you think? I think it's very weird. Do you find it strange that straight men can't visually see that it's a man? I mean, unless they just look that good.
First of all, I wouldn't refer to them as a man. They're transgender.
No, I'm talking about the men that attack the woman.
I know what you're talking about. You said they can't visually see that that's a man. Right. They're not a man. Okay. Because if they were a man, they would be able to visually see that that's a man.
But at the same but
I know what you're saying, but I'm going to correct it for them.
Okay.
So I was out there nodding their head with him.
But it would make sense if I say that if a man saw a woman.
Look at this. Not all transgender people are women. And let me clarify this. I'm just speaking on the point of a transgender woman. I'm not speaking on behalf of the transgender man because I have not been through their struggles and I cannot speak for them. So I'm just personally speaking for my own personal struggles as a woman who is transgender.